Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. I'm making this video right now during the vice presidential debate between Tim Walz and JD Vance, and currently Vance is edging out Walz. Definitely unexpected so far, as we thought that Walz would crush Vance. And this uh, entire thing, it's looking to become better for Trump. And I'm going to be doing my new presidential prediction. I haven't done one in a while. And I am also going to be looking at some of the posts, like the polls that I've been reposting on my own community page as a help. So let's get started. Now we got to do with the safe states as always. We got to do the no-brainers. California, DC, Maryland. Rhode Island could actually be kind of talked about. Massachusetts, Vermont, Maine's first, and Hawaii. Now for the rest of these, I want to talk about some of them. Connecticut, it was won by like 20 points. Same for Rhode Island in 2020. Oregon. Sorry, why am I putting them in likely? I meant to put them in safe. Washington won by like 20 points as well. Oregon, I think that would go likely. And then Delaware, safe, just barely, probably by like 17 points. New Jersey, it's gonna go likely. New York, just barely safe, only by like 18 points. I think those are all the safe Democratic states. Now let's do the safe Republican ones. Utah could kind of might go into safe. I mean, it might go into likely, but probably not. Same with Montana. Kansas, I feel like it just barely gets into likely. Mississippi barely gets into safe. Probably won by like Trump by like 18 points. Missouri won by like Trump by 20 points maybe. Alaska's gonna go likely. South Carolina likely. Florida, Texas aren't even questions. Maine second likely. So now all of those states that I just said were going to become likely. Let's fill those in. Texas, it might go lean. It might. But I feel like it just barely goes likely. Maybe by like 3.7 points. Let's do the likely Democratic seats. Like I said before, Oregon, New Jersey. Minnesota, it's Walz's home state. I feel like he can keep it pretty well. Illinois, likely by like 14 points. Maine, Walz definitely does appeal to populists. I mean, sorry, not populists, socialists, progressives. In the Northeast as well, which I'm putting New Hampshire and Maine at large into likely. Same with Nebraska. Walz grew up in rural Nebraska. I feel like he can win Nebraska second in likely margin. New Mexico, Colorado, these are like traditional Democrat likely states. Putting those in there. Virginia, I think it's gonna go lean by like 2.8 points, 2.6 points maybe. But I think that could be the most competitive state that's not of the 7 swing states. So now we're left with 93 electoral votes. Now let's look through some of my posts. New October registration data from Florida. Republicans, plus 60,436. Democrats, 24,000 less. And other actually has more than Democrats. Very shocking. This general election poll from Quinnipiac, a B-rated poll. Trump up by 6. That's plus 3 gain from the last poll from Quinnipiac from September 8th. General election poll. North Carolina, Trump leads by 1. Arizona, Trump leads by 3. I feel like the two most conservative states out of the 7 swing states this election are going to be Georgia and Arizona. I've kind of locked them down in lean already. North Carolina is probably going to be the next most Republican state. Here's another poll. Remington, C rated. Michigan, Harris plus 2. Nevada, Trump up 1. Pennsylvania, Trump up by 1. And Wisconsin is a tie. This is some pretty crazy stuff. Ohio, Trump up by 9. And Indiana, Trump up by only 14. But it doesn't really matter anymore. Insider advantage, B rated. Trump up by 1 in Arizona, Trump up by 1 in Nevada, Trump up by 1 in North Carolina, and Georgia is a tie. Alright. And Real Clear Polling has flipped their Pennsylvania rating to Republican. And they now have Trump winning the presidential election in their forecast once again. New York, Trump trails by only 14, which is extremely close. And then we have the shocking Indiana poll. And for the governor here, Brown leads by only 3. But we're not talking about that right now. And this is my 2024 prediction from yesterday. Here it is. A couple things have changed. I don't know why Massachusetts was likely in that. But now let's get back to our prediction. So I have North Carolina going tilt right now. Most of the polls, almost 90% of the polls, have Trump winning by at least a point. Nevada, I feel like it's going to be the closest state in this election. Just barely goes to Trump. But something crazy here. He can win all of these states. Still doesn't get to 270, but it doesn't matter. I have Pennsylvania going to Trump. I did flip Nebraska from my original prediction and flip flip Nevada and flip Wisconsin back. I feel like some of the things Tim Walz is saying right now on the debate appeals to more like these Western Wisconsinite progressives. These two states, Michigan has almost been locked down. Trump has locked down Georgia and Arizona. The really competitive states now are Nebraska, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and North Carolina. I currently have Trump winning 287 to Harris 251. This is like a VP debate night video. I hope you enjoy it. Goodbye.